How's it going, guys? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting and welcome back to the house in Fata Morgana. Okay, so a couple quick things. I noticed something. I really wasn't looking for it, but I happened to be going through my Steam library for some reason. I was just kind of like checking stuff out, and I happened to notice something. A game like this has achievements. The achievements are unlocked in a chapter by chapter basis. You finish a chapter, you tend to get an achievement, right? Well, I felt like we were kind of getting towards the end. I don't think so anymore, because I only have half the achievements for the game. Yeah. Now, granted, there's probably a couple bad endings that I missed that would have given me achievements, but that's still like a lot of achievements left over. So we probably got a lot left. I'm sure you guys are snickering in your corners, like, "Oh, he was thinking he was done like a month ago. He's still got like 3 months with this stuff." So I'm sure you're enjoying that. Also, as I told you last time, feeling kind of sick. Feeling mostly better. I could keep getting improvements day by day. However, today I decided to push the envelope a bit. I went up and I went and socialized, and I got out of the house for like one of the first times ever. Kind of pushed myself a little too far. I'm really sore. Hopefully nothing bad. I mean, it should be fine. Like, the signs for like, "Oh crap, you really messed up," I haven't really hit yet, so I'm probably okay. But it might curtail this episode a bit just because I kind of want to just lie down. So, yeah, we'll see. Right now, I'm feeling pretty good sitting down. I got like a pillow, kind of putting a little like supportive pressure on the spot that's really sore. I've taken some pain medication, basic stuff like Tylenol. Yeah, so I really should be okay. I'm just giving you a heads up. If I seem fidgety or this episode's a little short, that's probably why. But otherwise, things are looking pretty good. I remember we had a kind of a weird flashback memory, or maybe not memory, where we had a conversation with Giselle, and now we're waking up like at the same fireplace, but like looks like it's got some blood stains or something on it. And we had two messages. At the very beginning, we were told we must not give up. We have to keep going. We can't let ourselves like take a turn. So I'm guessing that we have to avoid distractions. And then we got a second message that was very clearly from the witch that was saying, like, "Do not reclaim your old selves. Just join me in vengeance." So I don't know. This is going to be interesting. I wonder. I've been able to avoid bad ends pretty much up till now. I technically hit a bad end last time when they were supposed to deny it, like you had to do it quickly. I was planning on doing it quickly, but because of the nature of what I do, where I sit and I talk about stuff, it made that kind of impossible to hit. And so I did kind of immediately reload the save, go back to it, and edit it so it looked fairly streamless, because I really intended to hit it pretty quickly. I just wanted to say something real quick to you at the same time. I didn't realize it was literally on a timer. I should have, when I saw only one choice available, I should have just gone for it immediately. But yeah, another thing about this that I really love, Fata Morgana has proven to me a lot like Steins Gate, in which the visual novel elements of it aren't so much about like, oh, whose path you're going to go down. A lot of it has to do with playing with what visual novels can be in general. I mean, you had the whole first choice where you could accept, reject the stories, or if you happen to be too deviant, you had got that reclaim yourself path that we ended up taking, which I believe is the true path. Like it kind of like having a hidden choice that's based on hitting certain flags, kind of fun, because a standard visual novel doesn't usually have hidden choices. And then it went down into like having a good choice quickly. I'm guessing like now there's going to be some things where like I have to ignore a choice, or I have to like I'm gonna have to do like what I don't want to do. That'll be a bit more resembling of Steins Gate, where like Steins Gate made it so like pretty much progressively the choices just got more and more painful to make, which was really cool. So I'm guessing we're gonna see something kind of similar to that. But for now, let us see if we can reclaim our minds and find Giselle and try and escape this terrible place. I don't know what to expect. I do wonder, are we going to learn about the witch's story now? Like, I wonder if that's going to be part of this, because I think it definitely made a point to say that there is a story and that she's willing to tell it, but we never heard any details. So I'm guessing we're going to hear it in full detail at some point. And I'm wondering if the white-haired girl is kind of based on the witch, because when the witch's form was in that one picture when she was taking Giselle, like besides the fact that she was all like monotoned purple, it almost looked like the white-haired girl. And wouldn't that be interesting if for some reason she, well, I doubt she was being reincarnated, but a form of her was being reincarnated over and over and just constantly finding misery. It would be interesting. But we'll have to see. Anyway, let's jump into it and see what happens now. My consciousness, wavering like a ship at sea, is slowly drawn back to the surface. With each new breath, feeling gradually return to my fingers. I can hear the pattering of rain from somewhere, and the sound of the crackling fire. Creak, creak, creak. Splurt, splurt, splurt. Oh, that's going to be lovely. It takes a moment for me to realize I'm in the very same spot where I first awoke. I don't know how I got here, but I'm sitting in a rocking chair, hunched forward. My head feels like someone's filled it with rocks, and I'm having difficulty focusing. My joints are creaking, and I feel like I'm about to vomit. Boy, do I know that. A suffocating odor hangs over the room. What is this? Giselle? Giselle! Everything comes back to me all at once. That's right, I watched Morgana kidnap her. I watched the witch drag her into the darkness, unable to reach her hand. Where are you, Morgana? God, I know you're there, cackling as you look down on me. Say something, witch. I will find you, and I will take her back. What on earth? There's a pool of liquid at my feet, rising just short of my ankles. Oh my gosh. It's sticky in an uncomfortable way. Uncomfortably warm. That's no bueno. No bueno at all. Every step I take makes a splat, splat noises. This is blood. Oh my gosh. See, that's the thing. It's like, it would be horrible, but at the same time, like, you know that can't just be like normal blood from a person. It has to be like apocalypse blood. For some reason, that takes a bit of the edge off, but not quite enough. I mean, if it smells like it, ugh. The mansion had taken on a very different fate from when Giselle was leading me through the halls. Blood of unknown origin not only covers the floor, but also streams down the walls and drips from the ceiling. Oh, okay, that's getting grosser. I'm speechless as I behold this dreadful scene. Every breath I take tastes and smells of rust. Ugh. It's all so unreal. Beyond my comprehension. All I can do is stare, gasped, feeling like I might pass out. Giselle, are you seeing this? The same twisted nightmare as me? An image of her floating alone in the vast sea of blood flashes through my mind. That vision kicks me into motion. I promise, I will come for you. So please, just hang in there for a little longer. I begin walking, or more accurately, dragging my heavy feet forward. The constant splashing of blood against my ankles grates at my already taut nerves. Morgana told me to find a way to her, and I can think of only one place she would be. She and Giselle must be there, the tower. He agrees. The stained glass window is splattered with blood, too. It creates trails like streams of tears running down the Archangel's face. I gave the window a brief glance before making my way to the door leading to the observation tower. However, if I want it open, it shouldn't be a lock. So why? Lustrous black chains seal the metal door. I can recall no such obstruction present during either my life or my time hereafter. What on earth is going on in this house? No, that's not important right now. What matters is making it through this door. Ugh. Dang it! I pull and I push, but the chains won't give an inch. They feel sturdy enough that I probably couldn't cut through them either. There has to be some way. I consider giving up here and scouring the rest of the house, but I'm convinced the tower is my best chance. The fact is it's sealed now when it hasn't been before feels like a challenge more than a deterrent. This is the first of our choices. I trace the length of the chain with my hand, and at the end of it, I find a peculiar looking lock from which the end of several chains has been fed. There are 3 keyholes. Morgana fashioned a custom lock just for this? I need to find 3 keys to open the door, then. 3 memories we probably have to go through. But I have no idea where to begin my search. I lived here for more than 10 years, and yet it feels like I've slipped into a strange land. Wait, 3 keys. There were only 3 stories that weren't the towers. I bet we have to go back and revisit them, because you mentioned something last time. She said that if we knew the truth, if we knew what really was going on, we might not actually love Giselle anymore for what she is. Maybe we're going to see the same stories again, but purely from her perspective. Not her recollection of the events where she locked herself away, but seeing what she actually did, and maybe the horrors that she helped commit during that time. I just spilled a bunch of water on my leg. Great. It's just lovely. Anyway. No, it's not the same house. Searching blindly is only going to waste time. And the longer I take, the more danger she's in. I met someone before who had a key. It was before I'd reclaimed myself. Was it the guy in the mirror? When I was exploring the mansion alone. Think, Michel. Who was it? The painting. Like everything else in the house, the painting is covered in blood. That it depicts a serene rural landscape only makes the contrast that much grimmer. I remember talking to this painting, assuming I wasn't hallucinating. I have a question for you. Are you awake? Please, wake up. There we go. Can you hear my voice? Please say something. God. You reside here in the house like the witch, don't you? You've been here with her all this time, haven't you? Then you must know how to get into the observation tower. About the 3 keys I need to open the lock. I need to get into that tower. Please, tell me where I can find the keys. Say something, dang it. Answer my question. He's in pain or something. Huh? Is someone there? What? What's the matter? I feel kind of strange. Did the witch do something to me? Please, get a hold of yourself. Everything's all red. I can't stand it. I don't remember seeing the color. Oh, is that the painter? Is that the one guy, the father of the first girl? The one who did all the paintings? I reach my hand out to try and wipe as much of the blood off the canvas as possible. But I can't even smear it with my sleeve, let alone get it off. You're wasting your time. But the thought that counts. And you had a question for me. Go on, I'm listening. I guess the painting isn't on the witch's side then. The door to the observation tower has been locked. I need to gather 3 keys, I think. That's my assumption, since the lock has 3 keyholes. Do you know of any such keys? And if so, could you tell me where they might be? Keys? Keys? Please, stay with me. You're the only one I can ask for help. Keys. I'm guessing that this is probably some way comparably in some way connected to her past. Her past? You don't know the events the witch is always cursing about. What happened between her and those 3 men? What happened between them? The keys are probably with the 3 of them. The 3 shadows. You must have seen them. 3 men, shadows. Find them. And you'll probably find the key of the keys too. But watch yourself. They aren't likely to trust you easily. The depth of their sins grows greater the farther you go. Visit them in order. In order, in order, in order. The first one probably won't be a problem. So, tell me something. You're Michel, aren't you? What? I wanted to apologize to you for so long. Maybe that's his brother then? Wait. What do you mean? Do you know me? Did you? What do you want to apologize for? Tell me, please. Could you be... But why? How? When everything else is finished, I'm going to need to visit this painting again. But now I have other things to do. The paintings give me a hint about where I can find the keys. 3 shadows. Where have we seen 3 shadows? I don't know anything about this past Morgana has with the 3 men. I never asked her about herself after all. So maybe I'm going to end up doing more than simply take Giselle back. Has our involvement with the witch caused us to be swept up into her twisted maelstrom of fate? Regardless, I need to get to work. The painting said to visit them in order. I assume he was referring to the order I entered the 3 doors? Well, the 3 doors then, it would be the rose garden, the cellar, and the den. I feel like there's a trick to this I'm missing, but I have nothing else really to go on, and for the life of me, I can't remember any shadow people. Like, I don't feel like there was anybody who was like a shadow person. So the rose garden. I make my way to the rose garden. The corridor leading there is a mess, and the wooden door is rotting away. I can smell the flowers on the other side. Everything is different from when I was alive. From when Giselle planted and raised a single rose. A scene from the past spreads out before me. The field of once proudly flourishing roses is now withered and gray. Knowing how beautiful it had been only makes it that much more despairing. A bitter breeze brushes past me. Solitude hangs over the garden like a thick fog eating away at me. This isn't what I wanted. Someone! Get me out of here! Oh God. Tell me that I'm not the bad one here. Is that Mel? A young man's shadow stands off to the side, muttering listlessly to himself. I recognize his voice. Do you have the key? The boy and I have never met, but I feel like I know him quite well, and we've been acquainted for many years. I know how polite and mild-mannered he is. I know how kind and how vulnerable, how human his heart is. However, very little of that boy seems to remain. This isn't what I wanted. Oh God, please answer me. Please answer me, sorry. Someone, get me out of here. Tell me that I'm not the bad one here. Answer me, Mel Rhodes. I know that's you. Huh? As soon as I say the shadow's name, it turns to face me. I still can't make out much detail, but he seems slightly less tenuous now. Who are you? How do you know my name? My name is Michel. I once lived here in this mansion. Michel? Or Michel? I know that name. I know it very well. But something's not right. You look different from the Michel I remember. I am not the Michel you remember. Our names simply sound the same. Oh, that makes sense. She would never come see me. I have a question for you. I have a question for you. I keep mixing up the names, I'm sorry. I'm getting caught up and excited. Do you have the key to the observation tower? I do. Would you please give it to me? I need to get into the tower. And what do you need there? There is someone there I need to find. That's all? It may not sound like much to you, but it means a great deal to me. You're not one of her prisoners, then? No. I came here of my own will. To find this person? Exactly. Then maybe you can help me. Help you how? Set me free. Convince her to release me from this place. I'm begging you. The anguish emanating from the boy's shadow is so thick it causes me to recoil. There's a thread of dark desperation in his voice. Has he been imprisoned here for hundreds of years like Giselle? Promise me you'll get me out of here? Am I even equipped to judge whether that would be a good decision or not? All I know of him is the time in the mansion during the era of roses. I know nothing else of his life. I don't even know if I'd be capable of keeping such a promise. Do I have the strength to save anyone other than her? Do you absolutely need the key? You won't agree to help me without it, will you? What? I dropped it. Over there. Huh? The boy is pointing at a thick bramble of roses. Despite their flowers themselves being wilted, the thorns are still sharp. It was an accident, I swear. But I didn't want to scratch up my arm, so I left it in there. It's not my fault there are so many thorns. I really want to hit this boy. Why couldn't you have just said so? Because I thought if I didn't have the key that you wouldn't help me. There's only so much I can do regardless of whether you have the key. I cannot promise you anything, nor can I be the judge of you. I see. I do not have enough information to make such a decision. Cheap promises and superficial kindness only serve to destroy the both of us. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm going to retrieve the key. What? You'll never get it out of those thorns. I don't care if it's at the bottom of the ocean, I will have that key. You're wasting your time. I approach the bramble, reaching out for it with my right hand. From behind me, I can sense the boy watching. First, I attempt to spread the tangled thorn-riddled stems so I can pull my arm in without injuring myself. But they seem to be made of iron rather than plant, and my efforts prove most fruitless. The only opening is barely large enough to fit an arm in and resembles the toothy mouth of a beast. This is going to be very unpleasant. Looking around the garden, I can find anything that looks remotely useful. I guess my only option is reaching in. That's not going to stop me. I lean down and insert my right arm into the thorny cavern. Immediately they begin ripping at my sleeve and gnashing at my flesh. Ugh! Blood spills down my arm. I'm losing since dead, no longer human. I'm long since dead, no longer human, but the pain is still agonizing. Still very much real. I don't know, he's bleeding. Yeah. It's Giselle. She doesn't not bleed. She doesn't feel pain. Am I not the same as her then? It doesn't matter right now. Focus on getting the darn key. Oh, that sounds terrible. Streams of crimson red spread through the steel-like tangle gnawing at my arm like ravenous animals. What the heck is the key? The thorny stems are twisting and layering so thick I can't see inside at all. As I dig around blindly, I start losing feeling in my arm. It's an endless deluge of pain. Hey, cut it out! You're gonna lose your arm. I will not stop until I have the key. Don't ask me for help. I wasn't even considering it. I collect what remains of my gradually fading sensation and focus it on my fingers, praying even one of them will brush against the key. Dang it! As much as I search, I dig, I can't find so much of it as anything resembling a key. Did he lie? Which means it must be deeper than I can reach my arm. Even so, I cannot give up. Hey,
Please, be quiet right now. I need to focus.
I'm sorry. I do have the key, actually. You suck. Mel, you were better than this. You what? I'm so sorry. I didn't look like you were willing to help even if I gave it to you, so... Plus, she told me not to give it to anyone for any reason. Hold still so I can beat you. I didn't mean you any ill will. You most certainly did. I'll give you the key, so please, have mercy. Trembling in fear, the boy's shadow sticks out a hand holding a key. The arm I used to dig through the thorns is so bloody and gnashed I can barely look at it, but it does still function. And so I take the key from him with my right hand. Well, that was unpleasant. Why couldn't you use your other hand? That's gross. That's the idea. You're kind of a jerk, you know? That's a laugh coming from you. Do you have any idea how much that hurt? I know. I'm sorry, really. But hey, you're alive, so no big deal, right? But wait, can you actually say either of us are alive? I don't even know anymore. I do appreciate you giving me the key, though. Seeing as it seems to be rather important to you, too. Hey, is this person you want to get back really worth going through all of this for? She is. She's the one person who ever loved me. And she's waiting for me. I see. You know, I had someone that meant a lot to me, too. My sister. Which one? Which? The one with the flaxen hair, like me. If you happen to see her, do something nice for her, please. That, I would say, is your responsibility. Yeah, you're right. But I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. In the tale I witnessed, the boy pushed his sister away. For an understandable reason, admittedly. Yeah, that was one of the most horrifying things I've ever seen. Fetch. Ugh. You know, it's funny. It was way cringier than the dead bodies in the second story. But now he seems to bear no grudge for her. Did something else happen between them? Even if it did, I don't have time to ask about it. I'll be on my way. Alright, take care. There are 2 more keys. Watch out, though. They're not the most friendly people. And they'll probably be even more enraged locked up like this. I appreciate the warning. If only someone like you had shown up sooner and taken the keys from us. Goodbye. After bidding me farewell, the boy's phantom dissipates into the shadows of the rose garden. Wonder if he's gone back to mindlessly muttering his regrets. I should get going. Alright, next is the beast. This isn't gonna be fun, I can tell you. Down to the cellar. Down to Goblin Town. Now, the rest of the house is like ankle deep in blood. This place must be a lake of blood. I descend the stairs, opening the cellar door. The first time I visited this room, the smell of blood from within was nearly suffocating. Now the entire house reeks of it, and I've started to go numb to the odor. There's no one here. Am I in the wrong place? I began exploring the cellar, hoping maybe find a key hidden away or abandoned somewhere. As I reached my hand to investigate one area. Hi, I remember you. A shadow leapt out of the thick darkness. It's so swift I have no time to react. My body freezes in place. A shadow stands before me, holding the tip of a blade mere inches from my face. A key? You have a key? I do, yes. Cold sweat trickles down my back. My voice is shaking and there's no hiding it. The shade appears to be glaring at me, though I cannot make out its face. After a few seconds, it withdraws the blade. Let me see it. The boy's key. Did he give it to you? In the rose garden, Yes. Are you two acquaintances? How could that be, though? You were from completely different era and country. Who are you? No, never mind. Who are you? Who you are is irrelevant to me. Are you human now? If you're speaking of my nature, then no is the only answer I can give you. You didn't kill me, though. If you wanted to, you could easily skewer me where I stand. If that's what you want, I'll be happy to oblige. What did you come here for? For your key. I came to ask if you would give it to me. You mean to open the door? I need to get into the tower, yes. I see. Take it. Okay, sweet. That was easy. The man's shadow tosses the key at my feet. I'm not quite sure what to think. I didn't expect him to give it up so rapidly. What? Take it. I won't stab you in the back while you're bending over. I thought you were supposed to hold on to this at all costs. I no longer have any reason to guard the key. In the past, I might have secured your head from your shoulders the moment you mentioned it, though. What point in the past? That's a question I wish I knew the answer to. Hey, do you know why I'm here? Where this place is, when it is? Why can't I get out of here? What's happened to me? Tell me. I have no idea what's going on. Not a single gosh darn idea. Neither do I. Get out. Take the key and get out of here. Get out! I can't bring myself to say anything to the ranged shadow, so I follow his command, picking up the key, and depart the cellar. Okay, well, while strange, oddly easy. Thought I was dead for a second. This makes two, though. What could have happened between these people? The painting mentioned a past with them, and Morgana spoke of the wicked men she cursed. Does that mean they did something awful enough to earn Morgana's spite? Like I said, if the white-haired girl is Morgana, then perhaps she attempted to resurrect herself to find, like, happiness, but every time she kept finding misery, and then she curses the person who brought that misery upon her, maybe. I don't know, there's a lot of holes to that, because the witch was active in the house during those times too, so it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Right now, though, I must push onward. If I'm not mistaken, the final key should be in that room. The room with the billiards table. Jacopo. What is billiards, anyway? I should get moving. Once I have this key, I can get to the observation tower. I'm almost certain Morgana is waiting for me there, with Giselle. So I gather my resolve and hurry to the last room, not wanting to take even a second longer than necessary to get her back. Excuse me. Uh-oh. This one looks like it might be a little more involved. I can hardly believe my eyes when I step into the den. Whoa. In the middle of the room is a large rectangular table. Several balls roll across its surface and perched on one corner. Looking down the floor is her. Giselle. Giselle! The question of why she's here never crossed my mind. All I feel is elation of seeing her once more. There's no room for anything else in my head. No, it's a distraction. Think. You can't get distracted. I went over to her, put my hand on her shoulder. Thank goodness you're alright. And turned her toward me. What? What? Giselle? Giselle! I shake her, causing her head to droop lifelessly. There's no trace of light in her unmoving eyes. Why? Giselle, why? Say something, Giselle. Say anything, please. This cannot be. You cannot be. You cannot be. My mind goes blank. I can't catch my breath. The world is hazy. Why is Giselle? Why did I have to find her like this? Why? I swore I would do anything. I swore I would never lose you again. Cursed my hand for cooking wrong. No. This can't be. A thought crossed my dazed, despair-wrought mind. It's probably nothing more than vain hope, but not a drop of blood spilled from my breast. That's right. She doesn't bleed. So this can't be her. This isn't her. Or maybe Morgana has the power to alter Giselle's very nature, killing her with the flick of a wrist. No, I don't even want to think about it. There has no hope to be found down that path. All I can do is pray. I beg her for her to still be alive. Or, if alive isn't the right word, herself. My prayers are bringing me back to reality. Which is when I realize... there's something hard pressed against the back of my head. Oh, fetch. Is it a gun from Jacopo? I heard a harsh metallic clink. The piston. The pin. I just realized I think I rocked out of the camera view. I'm sorry. I'm shuffling. What? Ugh. A piercing bang runs through the air as I drop hard to the floor. My ears are ringing painfully. Through the cloud of smoke and confusion, I see a man's silhouette. Missed. It takes several moments for me to recognize the object in his hand as a gun. Not only because it's draped in shadow, but because I've never seen one with my own eyes. Had I not witnessed what they were capable of through the stories, I would not have understood how terrifying they were. Not a problem, though. I'll finish you with the next one. Now, you hold still, boy. Start running around like a rat, and I can't guarantee you a painless death. Wait, hold on a second. What are you trying to kill me for? Because you make too much noise, that's why. Don't tell me. You're the one who... What? I turned my gaze towards the large table. Giselle isn't there. It must have been an illusion after all. The realization sends a wave of relief through me. I still have a gun in my face, though. Curious man, you are. Does the table warrant your attention more than me? I have a request. Could you give me the key in your possession? That's all I need, then I'll leave and stop making a racket. I'm not sure you understand your predicament, boy. Because if you think you're in any position to be asking favors, you're dumber than you look. Huh. First off, I don't even know what key you're talking about. I don't believe that. The other two had keys. You're telling me they gave you their keys? Sounds like they really do know each other. See for yourself. I believe you should recognize these. Are you collecting them to enter the tower? Are you going to see Morgana? There seems to be a hint of tension in the man's voice. Though I can't see his face, I can sense the wave forming within him. I brace myself for either rejection or hot lead. The preparation gives me neither. Take me with you. What? You have the other two keys, don't you? Then you can open the door. Bring me to the witch. Wait, slow down. What are you planning to do when you see her? What do you think? She has to... She has to... Oh, he's gone. She has to... What? What was he trying to say? But he left the key. On the floor where the shade stood was the new key. I worry that, now I'm worried we're going into a trap. I mean, it's not surprising, but at the same time, I feel like he was trying to tell us something, and that's why he vanished. Curious, though, I am about his last words. This makes 3. I have all the keys now. Are you trying to rile me up, Morgana? Are you enjoying yourself up there, showing me these phantoms and watching me squirm? Just you wait. I'm on my way. I give the room a brief once-over before making my way to the chapel. Come on. 1, 2, 3. The keys fit perfectly in the openings in the lock. When I insert them, the last one, it clicks open. The chain sealing the door falls to the floor. They're waiting beyond this door at the top of the stairs. I start pondering what I could do in a face-off against Morgana, which sends a nervous shudder down my spine. I'm not going back down regardless, but she is a witch, and I'm a mere human, or formerly human. I'm not a master swordsman, nor do I wield a gun. I have nothing at all with which to fight her. I still have to confront the witch, though, no matter what. As laughably reckless and foolish as I may be, I have no other option. I place my hand on the door, preparing to climb the tower when I once spent my last breath. Giselle looks safely away in the chamber at the top. The tower where I first met the witch. No hesitation. I'm expecting another big twist. The sound of blood streaming down the stairs echoes off the stone walls. Although I have begun to grow numb to the house's otherworldly ornamentation, the sight of a seemingly endless river of blood flowing down the spiral staircase sent a chill through me. Man, that'd be quite a sight. Every step I climb makes a splat, splat noise. When I reach the window, I look to see a churning reddish-black fog. Now this brings me back. You climbing the stairs, alone, just like old times. Morgana. I waited so long for someone like you to show up. Someone with enough to spare to resurrect me. Give her back. But now, I don't see it in you. I don't feel one bit of the intense hopelessness anymore. Give her back. And here I thought we were cut from the same cloth. Morgana. Yes, I'll give her back. If you can make it to me without losing yourself. I will not give up. It doesn't matter what you do. Looking up, I can see how far the staircase extends. It's just a gaping blackness, so I have no way of knowing for sure whether I'm getting any closer. Around and around and around and around and around and around. Beneath me, the river of blood traces the same path in reverse. I start to wonder if the staircase even does end. If I'm not just eternally retracing my own steps. But I continue climbing regardless. It's all I can do, put one foot in front of the other and hope it makes it to the top. Morgana, what is this place? What did you do to it? What is it? Why, it's the mansion you lived in for a decade, of course. You look at this and tell me it's the same house? What's with the blood everywhere? And the 3 shadows? Now, my dear, no need to raise your voice. And you're becoming impolite, one question at a time. Answer me. What is this place? It's immaterial. Even if I were to give you an answer you found satisfying, what would the knowledge do for you? Your objective is to reach the top of the stairs and rescue Giselle. Nothing more, nothing less, isn't that right? Or, by chance, have you taken an interest in me, despite never once asking about myself before? My gut tells me that without knowing what this place is, without even the briefest glimpse at its nature, I won't be able to safely get her back. Without knowing what I'm up against, I don't stand a chance. Please, tell me about the mansion, Morgana. About yourself. What are you, Morgana? A witch. No, that's not what I'm asking. Why do you have the powers you do? What are you? Yes, I get it. Humans feel the need to attach names of things and phenomena they don't understand. I understand that feeling very well. Which is why I'm sure you'll be rather disappointed when I reveal the truth. What do you mean? What I mean is, I'm an ordinary human. That's Not possible. You expect me to believe a human creates this illusion?
Then are you saying I'm a magician or a wizard, like you might see in a fairy tale?
I would believe that, over you being human.
Think back then, would you? Recall our time together. Did I ever once use magic? Did I control fire or wind? Did I create illusions? Oh, I did none of that. Because I could not. I told you, to you, when you were alive, I suppose you could say. I was not but a simple ghost. A rather mischievous, but otherwise powerless spirit. I was nothing more to those 3 men, either. The witch, Morgana, was never anything but a wretched phantom haunting this old house.
But then, had you explained this?
Michel, my dear, we're not the same beings we once were. We're different than we were in the realm of light, the era of the living. You figured that much out, though, haven't you? That you're already dead.
Yes, I know. I know I couldn't possibly be alive.
Yet still you view this world through the lens of the living. You make no effort to see it as the land of the dead. Tell me, why do you think that the realm of the living and dead are the same?
Though the worlds behind each door were so vibrant, the mansion itself never had any color. They were the memories of the past, of the land of the living, of times forever lost to us. Our lives have already come to an end,
My lives have already come to an end, my dear. Every last soul within these walls is dead. This is the world that lies beyond the end. It is my world. This is the afterlife. Why get caught up in the minutes? Minutati? Minutad? I have no idea what that is. None of us has a future, so what's the reason for you so desperately obsessing over taking Giselle back? Just like you, she's long since dead.
Ugh.
She's a walking corpse.
It's nothing I didn't already know, but hearing her say it, it's like a kick at the gut. Dead or alive, she still lives on within this house, and my spirit found its way back to her. Why, then, should I not wish for her to have a future? No matter what form it may take. No matter if my choices erase her from this world entirely. Having seen what lies beyond the door in her heart, what happened in all those hundreds of years, I could never let that her remain here with you, trapped in this world bereft of light, drifting aimlessly for all eternity.
So determined to feel you need to raise your voice. But since you're not going to budge on the point, I see.
I ask you this again, Morgana. Please tell me about yourself. How did you become a witch? How did you end up attached to this house? I want to hear your story.
You honestly want to know about me?
I do now, yes.
But not for me. For her, right? Don't be shy now. It's the truth, isn't it? Besides, if you did say it was for me, not her, I might die of laughter. As you wish. You have seen many tales of people's lives since arriving here, and now you shall see mine. Though I ask you this, will you writhe in despair with me? Will you endure maddening agony for me? Will you know pain enough to make you howl? Will you face despair again and again and again?
As I said before, if that's what you want from me.
Let me tell you something though, my dear. It will not be as easy as watching a watch as you imagine. Now that you've reclaimed yourself, you will be able to feel all my pain as if it were your own and to resonate with it.
Resonate with it?
You no longer have your little guardian with you either.
My guardian? She was always protecting me.
You'll have a wonderful time, I'm sure. It's a tale that could only take place in an era of miracles and spirituality. Wondrous and weird, senseless and stupid, hopelessly tragic. Will you watch it with me?
As soon as the final word leaves her mouth, I'm engulfed in darkness. Not even a moment to brace myself. Ugh. The tower stairs crumble beneath me. My feet have nowhere to go. And as I'm being battered by a roaring, bloody river, my consciousness melts with another. Fetch. This is not going to be fun. She a nun? Well, that is an interesting claim to make. But I think this is a great stopping point. The witch's tale is finally here. And what a beginning. Wow. This is gonna suck. Let's see if we can hold our sanity, man. But man, those keys were a lot easier to get than I thought. I thought they were gonna be a little more involved, but they were pretty good. And it's interesting to see their souls still trapped here, and to see how they've become, and how they want freedom. And eventually, I think Jacopo was going to want to attack the witch to try and take her out, because I think she needs to die. Unless the house is tied to Giselle too. That's also possible, and that would be terrifying. But we'll have to see. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here today. Thanks so much for joining me and being patient with me through my struggles. It's really nice to be able to have this to fall back on, to kind of rest and kind of recuperate and enjoy a story. So, excuse me. Thank you for continuing to join me for these. It's a real pleasure having you here, and it's really nice being able to just sit back and relax with you. So thank you so much for all the attention you give and the things you say on the Discord channel. It's really fun hearing from you there, and just in the comments. So I look forward to hearing what you have to say. But until the next video, watch me, or hope to see me next. I'll see you there.